Hi, I'm Popsy.
And I'm JJ. And glassware. That's what we're going to have a brief chat about today. You've spent your hard earned on some great wine, so why not put them in the right glasses? And Popsy, what have we got here in front of us today?
Well, you know, first of all, let me just say that I thought this was all rubbish up until about 7 or 8 years ago. And our journey's been going probably 30 years each. Yeah. I knew the thin rim was important because otherwise it doesn't roll across your entire tongue and it misses half your taste buds if it's too much glass. It took me up until 7 or 8 years ago on this 30-year-long wine journey to actually realise that, in fact, the shape of the glass is super important. Yeah. I was actually shouted to a master class of glassware, and they said at the beginning of the class, hand up if you think this is rubbish. And I was one of those people that put my hand up. And anyway, they poured a Pinot Noir and right in front of you across all these glasses. And then they said, look, smell all these glasses, you know, see what you think. I couldn't believe how different it was. In particular, I found Pinot in the wrong glass. In other words, it really should be in a Burgundy glass. Having it in a Cabernet glass really made a big difference, and it made it a little bit more tart and so forth. They tried a Cabernet and again, put it across all the glasses. And I cannot tell you how it was different. And again, the Cabernet was better in the Bordeaux glass. Not surprisingly, Cabernet is a Bordeaux grape. It was born in Bordeaux. So,
and again, it's part of that experiment. So we tell you again, but here are some glasses that we think you should really have in your homes. We've got them in ours.
So the first glass, we have a Burgundy glass. And a Burgundy glass, not surprisingly, Pinot Noir, because that's the red grape of Burgundy. Also the more complex Chardonnays as well. Again, that's white Burgundies are made of Chardonnay. So your heavier Chardonnays, but also even your textured Chablis as well. Both our Chablis, the Premier Cru and our Chablis, will both go beautifully in this because they are textured. And it beautifully permeates their aromas. There are other complex whites here will go in, and our Sauvignon Blancs as well. Very different from the Southern Hemisphere ones. We've experimented, and guess what? Because they're quite complex and textured, they've got more like the texture of like an Australian Chardonnay in terms of the texture. Completely different profile in tastes and aromas, but it's complex and a bit sort of more viscous, and it actually goes, we've found, beautifully well in a Burgundy glass. Here is your typical aromatic glass, and typically a Sauvignon Blanc, you know, like a Southern Hemisphere Sauvignon Blanc, you'd probably put it in one of those. Definitely Claire Riesling, Hunter Semillons, that's sort of what you're going for with an aromatic glass. So, and of course, this is the Bordeaux glass, so all obviously the Bordeaux grapes, Cabernet, Merlot, Malbec, Cabernet Franc.
Beautiful grape.
One of our favourite grapes. Really making a bit of a resurgence in Saint-Emilion and Bordeaux in general. Shiraz, Syrah, same grape. Australians call it Shiraz, but that beautiful in a Bordeaux glass, generally speaking, and a Grenache, beautiful. Anything really medium-bodied and above, a Chianti goes beautifully in a Bordeaux glass. Here, of course, is your traditional champagne flute. Champagnes go beautifully in those. You are finding there are some nouveau champagne glasses that they're using in some of the fancy restaurants. If you want to go posh, look, you know what? Try them in those glasses as well. But you're never going to go wrong with a champagne flute.
So
for some reason, I just do love them. This is the sweet glass, and for some reason, and again, you know, you throw them in a bigger glass. That's not too big because that's a reasonably small aromatic glass, but it'll be a bit lost It'll get lost in that glass to have a port or to have a, you know, Montbazillac, our beautiful little delicate sweet. So really, I think these are the only 5 glasses any household is ever going to need.
So again, we've tried to make this wine experience for you easier. So on the website with each wine, we've matched it with the glasses that we used, that we suggested with our experience of trying these wines. So make sure when you're getting your wine, go to the written reviews and the video review, and you see the wine glasses that we used. And again, these are the same glasses we have in our house. So enjoy and experiment.
Cheers.
Cheers, Popsy.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.